That's quicker than some sports cars, in a truck that looks like it belongs in a black and white photograph. Transmission. You've got options. 6-speed manual for the purists who want to feel every shift, and 10-speed automatic with paddle shifters for those who want to dominate with ease. Ford even engineered a custom torque vectoring AWD system, designed specifically for this limited edition to make sure it can handle corners and terrain like a modern Raptor. But let's talk about what really makes this a $250,000 plus machine, and no, that's not a typo. This truck starts at $250,000, and that's before any bespoke options. So what makes it worth that kind of cash? Let's get inside. Open the door, and you're met with a cabin that is quite literally art. Ford collaborated with American Coach Builders Guild, a team of heritage artisans that handcraft interiors for ultra-luxury one-offs. We're talking about hand-stitched saddle leather sourced from a ranch in Wyoming, real walnut and brushed brass trim, a steering wheel milled from a single billet of aircraft-grade aluminum, and a digital display that looks analog, a trick piece of tech they call time mesh. It blends the old-school needle gauges with real-time telemetry and diagnostics beneath a domed retro glass surface. The dash, fully customizable. You can engrave your family name, your company logo, or even have a map of your hometown inlaid in laser-etched metal. The seats, custom-molded memory foam bolstered buckets with heating, cooling, and 5-way massage, inspired by Gulfstream jets. This isn't just a cabin, it's a command center built to make you feel like a 1940s aviator who time-traveled into the 22nd century. Entertainment system. Bang & Olufsen X Ford Heritage Audio Collab, featuring a 16-speaker setup with tweed mesh covers and deep-tuned bass lines that make old vinyl sound brand new. And yes, it even comes with a digital-to-analog converter so you can plug in your phone or spin records on the optional in-dash turntable. That's right, a literal turntable in the glove box. Now, let's step outside again and look at the details you might miss at first glance. The paint isn't just paint. Ford is using a technology called Prism Coat, a layered application with micro-infused ceramic particles that gives the truck a luminous depth depending on how the light hits it. You can choose from historically accurate colors like Harvest Bronze, Pacific Green, and Raven Black, but with a 2026 twist. There's even an option for a chameleon pigment that subtly changes hues between dawn and dusk. The wheels are forged 22-inch retro-modern alloys, wrapped in all-season performance rubber that look vintage but grip like track tires. Brakes, carbon ceramic. Suspension, adaptive magnetic ride, capable of adjusting 1,000 times per second. You can cruise smooth or stiffen it up to handle performance driving like a Mustang Shelby. And the bed, let's not forget the bed. A handcrafted, fully functional wooden plank bed with hidden storage compartments, biometric locking, and a built-in portable workstation. It's practical, beautiful, and insanely high-tech. You can fold out a mini tailgate kitchen, flip open wireless charging pads, or mount a drone station for live tracking and aerial cinematography. Oh yeah, and here's the kicker, only 940 units worldwide. Why 940? It's a nod to the original 1940 production run and a wink to collectors who know that owning one of these will instantly put them in an elite club. Every vehicle comes with a forged VIN plate, a custom book detailing the build history, and access to Ford's Heritage Concierge service, which includes global transport, white glove servicing, and private invites to exclusive Ford Legacy events. This truck isn't just transportation, it's a statement piece, a conversation starter, a rolling sculpture that blends nostalgia with innovation in a way no automaker has dared to attempt at this scale. Ford didn't just build a tribute to the 1940 pickup, they rebuilt it for the ultra-modern collector who wants the best of both worlds, vintage soul and modern firepower. Who's buying this? Celebrities, collectors, tech moguls, maybe that one mysterious neighbor with 5 garages and no job. But for the rest of us, this is a masterpiece we can admire and aspire to. And who knows, maybe 10, 20 years from now, you'll see one at an auction going for 7 figures, and you'll say, yeah, I remember when Car Hub dropped the full breakdown. So what do you think? Is this the ultimate fusion of retro design and modern muscle, or is it just a glorified art piece on wheels? Hit the comments, let me know what you'd do with a 1940 style pickup packing 790 horses. Would you daily drive it? Garage it? Wrap it in chrome? And if you want to keep up with the rarest, wildest, and most expensive builds from around the world. Make sure to subscribe to Car Hub, hit that bell icon, and share this with someone who still dreams about old trucks but lives in 2026. This was your boy from Car Hub, bringing you the best of the past, present, and the beastly future. Catch you in the next one. What's up, and peace out. We're talking about the 1978 Ford F-250, one of the most iconic heavy-duty pickups ever made. And this one, it's not just clean, it's collector level. Let's get into it. Now, before we even start the engine, just look at this beast. That square body design, pure 70s American muscle, chrome everywhere. The stance, aggressive, towering. A truck that doesn't ask for attention, it demands it. The 1978 F-250 was built during the golden age of Ford's truck legacy, when durability wasn't just a selling point, it was the mission. And this one, it's been restored and modified to the kind of spec that makes collectors go crazy. Under the hood, you're not gonna find some weak old engine struggling to keep up with modern traffic. Nope, this bad boy is packing a rebuilt 460 cubic inch V8. That's 7.5 liters of raw, growling power. It's been upgraded with high-performance headers, aluminum intake, polycarb, performance cam, and custom dual exhaust that gives it a thunderous growl. We're talking over 400 horsepower on a truck that weighs in like a small tank. The torque, you feel it the moment you touch the throttle. And when you do, the earth rumbles. Transmission-wise, we've got a C6 heavy-duty automatic, built to handle all that torque with a custom stall converter and shift kit. Whether you're towing a trailer, climbing a mountain trail, or just flexing on the freeway, this setup doesn't flinch. Let's move to the suspension and chassis. This isn't your average farm truck. This F-250 sits on a professionally installed 6-inch Skyjacker lift, with Fox shocks and Dana 60 axles front and rear. That's military-grade toughness. The wheels, forged 20-inch fuel wheels wrapped in 38-inch Nitto trail grapplers. Off-road, on-road, mud, snow, sand, this truck laughs in the face of terrain. You're not just driving, you're dominating. Step inside, and the surprises keep coming. We've got a custom leather interior with diamond-stitched seats, a full suede headliner, billet trim, Dakota digital gauges, and a Bluetooth retro stereo system with a modern JL audio speaker setup. Classic look, high-end modern comfort. The air conditioning, ice cold, power everything, backup camera. This isn't just restored, it's reimagined. Everything's been touched. Frame-off restoration, powder-coated chassis, brand new wiring harness, LED lighting throughout. Paint, it's a house of color candy brandywine with multiple layers of clear, wet sanded and buffed to a mirror finish. This isn't paint, this is art. And under that, zero rust, perfect bodywork, laser straight panels. You could eat dinner off the undercarriage, no joke. The price tag, let's just say this isn't your dad's old work truck anymore. Builds like this are going for $150,000 and up at auctions, and for good reason. You're looking at a piece of American automotive history that's been brought into the modern world, built with the kind of care and craftsmanship that puts a lot of new trucks to shame. So whether you're a die-hard Ford guy, a classic truck collector, or someone who just appreciates a piece of machinery that refuses to be ignored, this 1978 Ford F-250 is the real deal. It's loud, it's proud, and it's built like a tank with the soul of a muscle car. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Would you take this over a brand new 2026 F-250? Would you daily it, or is it too clean to even drive? Either way, this truck is a conversation starter, a head turner, and an absolute masterpiece of American truck history. That's it for today's video, but trust me, what's coming next will blow your mind. We've got more vintage builds, high-end restorations, custom trucks, and insane off-road monsters coming your way. So make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. 2026 recreation of the legendary Ford Model B pickup from 1930. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about a reimagined, ultra-luxury, limited production masterpiece that fuses 1930s aesthetics with 21st century innovation. This isn't just a classic car revival. This is history rebuilt for the future, and it's carrying a price tag that might just leave you speechless. Buckle up, because this is going to be the most exclusive ride you've seen on the channel yet. So, why is this 2026 Ford Model B pickup the most expensive and sought-after vintage-inspired pickup of the decade? Let's take a deep dive into every detail, from its handcrafted bodywork to the electric powerhouse under the hood, and the staggering amount of bespoke craftsmanship that went into its creation. Before we even start with performance or features, let's talk heritage. The original 1930 Ford Model B pickup was a workhorse. Built during the Great Depression, it was rugged, practical, and affordable. Farmers, tradesmen, and early American entrepreneurs relied on it like a modern-day laptop or smartphone. But today, the 2026 version is the exact opposite. It's not made for hauling hay or construction tools, it's made for collecting attention, turning heads, and dropping jaws at concours d'elegance and private collector showrooms. First off, let's talk about design. The exterior of the 2026 Ford Model B pickup pays meticulous homage to the 1930 original. Every curve, every line, and every detail is a love letter to Ford's early industrial design. But instead of steel panels and riveted joints, this beast is clad in forged carbon fiber and hand-rolled aluminum. And I'm not talking about basic carbon fiber either. We're looking at aerospace-grade materials used in hypercars, all blended into a frame that screams 1930s Americana but whispers 22nd century stealth. The grille is an exact replica of the original vertical bar design, but it's milled from a single billet of brushed titanium. The Ford script badge on the nose. Solid white gold with sapphire inlays, no exaggeration. That's the level of opulence we're dealing with here. And then there's the paint. Hand-applied in over 120 layers, using a proprietary nanotech pearl blend that shifts colors subtly under different lighting conditions. It took over 500 hours to paint each unit. Just let that sink in. Let's move to the engine, or should I say, the heart of this reimagined legend. Under that retro-styled hood is a fully electric quad-motor setup co-developed with remits, pushing out an absurd 1,050 horsepower and over 1,400 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 in under 2.3 seconds, and a top speed electronically limited to 180 miles per hour, in a vehicle styled after a 1930 pickup. Let that contrast settle in for a second. This is the past, re-engineered to annihilate the future. The chassis is a custom monocoque made from graphene-reinforced carbon, tuned with adaptive magnetorheological suspension, and comes with 3 drive modes. Heritage, which simulates the original Model B's engine tone and ride feel performance, and Luxe Cruise. And the sound? Oh man. Since it's electric, there's no internal combustion roar. But what they did instead was program a custom audio symphony that plays through transducers hidden in the chassis, replicating a beautifully digitized 1930s flathead V8 with a twist of synthwave. It's not just driving, it's a cinematic experience every time you push that accelerator. Now let's talk interior, because here's where things get truly insane. Open the suicide doors. Yes, it's got suicide doors, and you're greeted by an interior that's quite literally dripping with craftsmanship. Every seat is hand-stitched from Himalayan yak leather, tanned using a 17th century vegetable dyeing process, and cross-stitched with platinum thread. The steering wheel is wrapped in ethically harvested stingray skin, and the dashboard is milled from a single slab of black forest walnut, polished with 24K gold leaf dust. In the center console sits a crystal shift controller that's basically jewelry, made by Cartier exclusively for this truck. And while we're on luxury touches, each unit comes with a custom mechanical timepiece embedded into the dash, co-created with Audemars Piguet, that winds itself using the vibration of the motor and displays both local time and GMT. And yes, it's got tech. Crazy, futuristic, luxury tech, but it's all hidden. A retractable OLED touchscreen rises from the dash only when you command it. Voice control is powered by a neural net-based AI assistant developed specifically for this model. No, "Hey Siri" vibes here. It responds to tone, emotional inflection, even mood. The audio system, a 23-speaker immersive experience co-developed with Bang & Olufsen, with speakers mounted under the wood grain trim to make the sound feel like it's coming from the vehicle itself. It's like the entire car sings to you. You want exclusivity. Only 30 units of the 2026 Ford Model B pickup are being made. Each one is custom configured by a personal design consultant flown to your home, and the delivery isn't just a drop-off. It's a full cinematic reveal at a location of your choice, accompanied by a drone show, full press shoot, and a limited-run documentary of your build experience. And let's get to the number you've all been waiting for, the price. Brace yourself. This modern Model B starts at $1.65 million USD, and that's before customization. The most fully spec'd unit, known as the Obsidian Phantom Edition, sold privately earlier this year for $2.8 million. That makes it one of the most expensive bespoke pickups ever produced. And you thought Cybertrucks were wild? Who's buying these things? Billionaires, celebrities, tech moguls, and old money collectors with a taste for art, history, and exclusivity. Each one comes with a custom ownership journal, signed by the designers and engineers, and a full history portfolio of the original 1930 Model B lineage, including authenticated documents from the Ford Heritage Vault. So let's bring it full circle. This isn't just a car. It's a statement. It's a symbol of where we've come from, where we are, and where automotive dreams are going. The 2026 Ford Model B pickup is not about utility. It's about storytelling. It's about legacy. It's about turning a 1930s workhorse into a 21st century unicorn. And if you ever see one on the road, which is about as likely as seeing a unicorn, know that you're witnessing one of the rarest, most luxurious automotive rebirths in existence. Before we wrap, I want to ask you guys, what do you think of this 2026 Ford Model B pickup? Is this the future of collectible cars, or has it gone too far? Would you drive one, or is this pure garage art? Hit the comments below. I read every single one. And hey, if you love ultra-rare vehicles like this, don't forget to subscribe to Car Hub, because next week, we're covering the all-electric 2027 Ferrari Dino Revival, and trust me, it's going to blow your mind. Until then, stay fast, stay classic, and keep chasing horsepower dreams. Peace out. 2026 Ford F-150 Ranger XLT 4X4 1977. Yes, you heard that right. This is not just any truck. It's the apex predator of pickups, rocking classic vibe from 77 but dressed up in bleeding-edge 2026 magnificence. As you roll up in this beast, you immediately get dripping with greatness. The exterior glistens like liquid chrome under premium LED lighting, polished to a mirror finish that advertises your arrival from a mile away. The iconic 1977 lines are carefully restored along the side, a tribute to the golden era of rugged pickups, paired with an aggressive, modern grille and flared back Tetons literally, that say, respect me or get out of my way. This F-150 Ranger XLT 4X4 is built on the latest 2026 platform with ultra-reinforced high-strength steel chassis, but every curve and edge echoes that old-school muscle. You've got the best of both worlds, nostalgic soul and modern dominance. Now let's talk engines. This thing doesn't just purr, it growls. Under the hood sits the top-tier 3.0-liter EcoBoost V6, twin-turbocharged, the most potent on the Ranger lineup. 405 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque, 10-speed select shift automatic with a reinforced drivetrain built for planet-shredding power. Ford Authority confirms these specs for the 2026 Raptor powertrain, and by extension this top-spec build, 405 horsepower and 430 pound-feet torque, defanged only by you dialing the throttle too gently. But because we're talking exclusive, bespoke, unapologetically luxurious, this variant has custom tuning to unleash the full beast. Torque to crush trailer loads, horsepower to flirt with launch pad territory. Inside, the cabin is unparagoned. Picture this. Buttery top grain leather seats with diamond quilt stitching, embedded with micro perforation for vented comfort. A Bang & Olufsen 12-speaker surround system that turns every drive into a concert. Ambient lighting that shifts from blazing red to oceanic blue with your mood. And a 12-inch vertically mounted touchscreen running Sync 4 Pro, outfitted with over-the-air software updates, seamless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and navigation that calculates not just your route, but the vibe. All controls feel weighted, luxurious, tactile, not just pressed, but experienced. The ride, plush like a limousine, but with suspension tuned for trails. Adaptive off-road suspension, electronically locking diffs front and rear, trail control off-road cruise, terrain management system with customizable modes, mud ruts, sand, rock crawl, even gold-plated canyon mode, if you choose to option your version, that Ford's advanced off-road suite offers. You're gliding on every surface, from mud-clad trails to freshly paved trophy-strip roads, with chassis calibration so dialed in it feels telepathic. Then there's towing. When you're towing your custom double-decker luxury trailer, this rampaging Ranger laughs at weight. With proper configuration, you're pushing toward the 7,500 pounds of towing capacity. That's just shy of a small horse herd. If you're in Australia or another global market, you can upgrade to the Ranger Super Duty variant. Wheelbase extended, 8-lug F250 wheels, 4,500 kilograms, nearly 10,000 pounds towing cap, massive fuel tank, onboard scales, snorkel. That's the world's most opulent heavy-duty midsizer. On tech and safety, this truck comes standard with the full Copilot 360 suite, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring with trailer coverage, lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control with stop and go, intersection assist, evasive steering assist, post-collision braking. You're not just driving, you're being chauffeured by a hyper-aware guardian of asphalt. And for towing, cliff's edge parking, the 360-degree camera and Pro Trailer Backup Assist make everything look easy, even when towing your Golden Art Taco. Trailer. Fuel economy. A laughably efficient 19 mpg city, 23 mpg highway when you're actually really hammering the gas, and still 21 to 26 mpg if you keep it civilized. Efficiency with swagger. Let's talk trims and rarity. The XLT badge means you're draped in mid-high trim. Power windows, locks, 8-inch infotainment, but this upgrade transcends standard trim. You've got Lariat-level leather luxury, but the exclusivity of a custom build that's one of one. The only thing more rare is a hypercar or Gulfstream jet. Price. Let's whisper billion-dollar vibes, but we'll keep it high without dialing infinity. A standard XLT might start near $32,000, Lariat climbs to $37,000, Wildtrak off-road trim steps into the $42,000 range. Now imagine bespoke tuning, luxury electronics, reinforced drivetrain, exclusive 1977 cladding, custom off-road suspension, Bang & Olufsen 12-speaker system, adaptive ambient interiors, trail control, Super Duty heavy-duty upgrades, and gold tone accents. We're not talking thousands. We're talking a luxury masterpiece worth six figures, gilded trophy-level pricing. You're not buying a truck, you're commissioning rolling royalty. And the presentation? Like how your videos need to open. What's up everyone, subscribe to Car Hub. Let that line ring out like the roar of a twin-turbo V6 across a canyon. Then, overlay epic drone footage gliding over desert dunes, cliffs, mountain roads, and cityscapes, all shot in dramatic slow-mo. The Ranger carving an arc of dusty grace and chrome bling, with luxurious drone shots sweeping in and out, the Bang & Olufsen soundtrack weaving between engine growls and orchestral waves. You narrate like a poet of horsepower. Every bolted joint, every stitch, every tune is a tribute to the golden era of American trucks, reimagined with modern ferocity. You're not just driving, you're commanding. You move like tradition fused with tomorrow. Cue slow interior shots lit by ambient lights, the touchscreen alive, leather quiver, engine start sequence in night mode, dash lighting, exhaust popping as you rock it. Drop in high contrast cuts. Mud flares, wheels spinning, digital gauges pumping 405 horsepower and torque climbing like heartbeat. Interior calm versus exterior tempest contrast. Leather, metal, and fire in dialogue. Close with this. You've witnessed the 2026 Ford F-150 Ranger XLT 4X4 1977. A truck that isn't just driven, it's lived. Don't just like, don't just comment, subscribe to Car Hub, and become part of something legendary. 2025 Ford F-150, America's legendary pickup elevated to a whole new level. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a ride with us on Car Hub. Imagine sliding into the driver's seat of a truck that's more than a machine, it's a rolling throne of American engineering. The 2025 F-150 starts whispering, prestige, the moment you approach, with its bold, muscular stance commanding attention. That grille alone, ominous, sharp, advertises power. LED headlights pierce the night. Options: a galaxy of bold paint hues that let this beast reflect your personality, or your fire. Pop open the doors, and the interior unfolds around you like a first-class cabin. Find yourself nestled in seats wrapped in synthetic, ActiveX, leatherette, softer than you'd expect and environmentally forward, made from recycled plastic bottles. Upper trims elevate this drama. Massaging, heated and cooled seats greet you in the platinum trim, with genuine wood accents and dual 12-inch touchscreen displays that glow sophistication. But true luxury is more than materials, it's experience. You've got Ford's Sync 4 infotainment system, sleek and intuitive. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Wi-Fi hotspot, wireless charging, connectivity is seamless. Add in a 14-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system for sublime auditory immersion. Safety and driver comforts. Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving grips you with serenity. Feel the road, not the responsibility. Standard driver assistance features surround you. Automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, lane keeping assist, cross-traffic alert, a 360-degree camera with trailer support. This truck is as protective as it is powerful. Now picture what's beneath that commanding hood. The engine lineup reads like a pantheon of power. A 2.7L EcoBoost V6 starts you off with 325 horsepower. Step up to a 5.0L V8, or a 3.5L EcoBoost V6 delivering 400 horsepower. Or a 3.5L hybrid with 430 horsepower and spectacular torque, all seamlessly matched to fuel-conscious performance. Craving thrill? The Raptor brings 450 horsepower of off-road fury. Or feast on the 720 horsepower supercharged 5.2L V8 of the Raptor R for mind-melting acceleration, 0 to 60 mph in just about 3.6 seconds. Tow like a king. Up to 13,500 pounds with the 3.5L EcoBoost, 13,000 lb with the 5.0L V8, 12,700 pounds with the hybrid, and a payload of up to about 2,455 pounds. Off-road adventures, terrain drive modes, adaptive suspension, skid plates, all ready to conquer trails. See those tailgates. Pro Access tailgate with 3 detent angles, open fully or at a 37-inch angle, tailgating redefined. Bed depth, a practical 21.4 in, with generous cargo volume. 52.8 cubic feet, 5.5 feet bed, 62.3 cubic feet, 6.5 feet, up to 77.4 cubic feet, 8 feet. In stormier times, the Pro Power onboard generator can power your campsite tools up to 7.2 kilowatts, camp lights. Power tools, tailgate parties on demand, and then there's the special, and you know I love exclusives. The new Lobo Edition, a modern street truck styled with darkness in mind. Lowered rear stance, 5.0L, Coyote, V8 with 400 horsepower, 22-inch gloss black wheels, aggressive body kit, unique light bar, pure street menace. Let's talk prices, because most expensive script calls for price. We're dealing premium, ultra premium, near collector levels. The Raptor R starts around $113,125. The Platinum is about $77,100. King Ranch near $95,000. Raptor starts $79,000. Tremor $76,000. Lariat mid $78,000. XL base under $39,000. Optional add-ons. Blue Cruise, massaging seats, Bang & Olufsen. These swirl up the total even more into stratospheric luxury territory. So here we are. Every drive becomes an event. You're not driving, you're arriving. Whether hauling, towing, camping or carving the streets, you're doing it in grace and grandeur. Plush, powerful, protective auto. Royalty. Thanks for riding with me through this sumptuous exploration of the 2025 F-150. If you're vibing with Car Hub, subscribe so you don't miss our next extravaganza. What's up everyone? Catch you soon on the road, and stay beautifully driven. This is going to be one of the most exclusive, detailed, and downright luxurious reviews we've ever done on this channel. You're not just watching a YouTube video today, you're stepping into the presence of greatness. Because what we have here isn't just a pickup. It's the resurrection of an icon. A 2026 Ford F-104 X4, custom built in the silhouette of the 1977 original. It's old-school attitude fused with next-gen precision. Think retro charm meets billionaire garage vibes. Let me say this right up front. This isn't some backyard restomod or a lifted beater with nostalgia stickers. This is a full-scale, ground-up build commissioned by a collector and designed by Ford's Elite Heritage Custom Division. A project that's had more attention, engineering hours, and premium materials poured into it than most people's homes. This is a $160,000 love letter to the past, meticulously engineered, digitally tuned, and artisanally assembled. And yeah, every penny shows. Let's start where legends begin, the design. You take one look at this truck and it speaks volumes, before it even starts. From a distance, it looks like a beautifully restored 1977 F-100, but get closer and you realize everything has been reimagined. The stance is more athletic, the body lines are tighter, and the paint, it's not just any paint. This truck wears a 7-stage liquid metal flake in midnight slate chrome, a $14,000 custom finish that shifts color under different lighting. Under moonlight, it looks like deep graphite. Under the sun, it flashes a molten silver. It doesn't just reflect light, it warps it. The grille is a callback to the original 77 split bar design, but this one is CNC machined from billet aluminum, hand polished for over 80 hours. The Ford badge, backlit sapphire glass with a titanium bezel. Yeah, even the emblem's dripping in luxury. The headlamps are heritage shaped but completely modern underneath. Full LED matrix technology with adaptive beam shaping, automatic cornering, and a smoked crystal lens. Below that, you get functional air intakes, integrated recovery hooks wrapped in Cerakote finish, and a custom forged front bumper that blends seamlessly with the factory lines. Wheels. We're talking 20-inch forged aluminum wrapped in 35-inch BF Goodrich all-terrain tires. These aren't your average mud tires. They're noise-reducing, dual compound monsters that can climb rocks, cruise highways, and look downright majestic parked at the valet. Behind those wheels sit 15.5-inch carbon ceramic brakes with 6-piston Brembo calipers, because yes, this 5,800-pound monster brakes like a sports car. The suspension, active air ride with custom valved COI levers. Fully programmable ride height, comfort when you need it, clearance when you want it. And the chassis, a reinforced, boxed steel frame that was sandblasted, e-coated, and powder finished to resist time itself. Pop the hood, and here's where things get insane. You're looking at a hand-built 3.5L twin-turbo EcoBoost V6, but not the one from the F-150 Raptor. This one's been bored, stroked, and tuned to a mind-bending 515 horsepower and 550 pound-feet of torque. Mated to a 10-speed electronically controlled automatic transmission with paddle shifters mounted behind a walnut steering wheel, this engine doesn't just rev, it sings. It's loud when you want it to be, and eerily quiet when cruising thanks to active valve exhaust that changes tone based on your drive mode. You've got Sport, Trail, Baja, Tow, Haul, and the one we love most, Heritage. That's right, there's a custom Heritage mode that dials in a retro exhaust note and throttle mapping to simulate old-school driving feel, because driving this truck should always feel like 1977, only better. Inside the cab, prepare yourselves. The moment you open the door, it's sensory overload in the best possible way. The cabin is a showcase of everything Ford has learned about design, craftsmanship, and luxury over the last 50 years. Every surface is wrapped, stitched, polished, or milled to perfection. The seats, hand-cut, saddle-stitched leather sourced from the same tannery used by Bentley. Perforated, ventilated, heated, massaging, and adjustable in 18 directions. The headrests are embroidered with the original 1977 F-100 logo in platinum thread. The dash is real American walnut, finished in a matte oil rub that smells like a high-end guitar shop. The instrument cluster is a fully digital, curved OLED screen with retro-style analog gauges rendered in 3D. Speedometer, tachometer, boost pressure, oil temp, air suspension telemetry, all animated with subtle motion that's more cinematic than automotive. In the center stack, a 17-inch floating touchscreen, running Sync Ultra with zero lag, full wireless connectivity, 5G data, over-the-air updates, and an AI co-pilot that learns your routes, mood, and even adjusts the cabin temperature based on your heart rate. No joke. And the sound system, Custom-designed Bowers & Wilkins 22-speaker immersive audio array with 2 under-seat subwoofers, a center channel with voice AI clarity tuning, and roof-mounted tweeters that throw sound like a concert hall. Streaming your favorite tracks has never felt so personal. The audio isn't just heard, it's felt. Let's talk materials. No plastic. None. Everything you touch is either real metal, real wood, Alcantara, or stitched leather. The carpets are deep pile New Zealand wool with stain-resistant tech woven directly into the fibers. The pedals, billet aluminum with rubber inlays. The rear cabin, just as refined, with more legroom than a modern Expedition and rear seats that recline, heat, cool, and even come with deployable leather footrests if you opt for the VIP package. This is a pickup that makes Rolls-Royce nervous. In terms of tech, you've got a full 360-degree camera system, night vision, auto park, trailer backup assist, and the wildest off-road tech we've ever seen. There's a LiDAR-based trail mapping feature that can autonomously navigate rugged terrain at low speeds. You simply input your destination, and the truck uses its sensors, GPS, and onboard mapping to crawl its way there. You can sit back, sip your coffee, and let the F100 do the hard work. And yes, it tows. The integrated tow package supports up to 11,500 pounds. With real-time sway monitoring, trailer brake sync, and smart blind spot extensions that include the trailer's footprint. The rearview mirror, a digital display fed by an ultra-wide camera. The bed, it's a work of art. Real oak planks coated in marine-grade finish, LED lighting integrated into the bed rails, hidden compartments with magnetic locks, and multiple power outlets, including a 240 volts inverter outlet for welding equipment or EV charging. There's even an inductive wireless charging panel built into the tailgate for your drone, tools, or accessories. Price tag, $165,000 starting, and the one you're looking at today is a top-tier build with over $40,000 in options, bringing the total to just north of $205,000. Yes, you could buy a Porsche 911, or a brand new Mercedes G-Wagon. But they wouldn't turn heads like this. They wouldn't blend the past and the future like this. They wouldn't make you feel like you're part of a story bigger than yourself. Because that's what the 2026 Ford F-104X4 is. It's a story, a bridge between eras, a machine that pays tribute to those who built America with their hands, while giving us a glimpse of what's still possible when design meets desire, when nostalgia meets innovation. It's not just a truck. It's not even just a luxury vehicle. It's a legend, retooled, reborn, and ready for whatever comes next. And if you're still watching, you know this isn't about practicality. This is about passion. The kind of passion that makes collectors go wild. The kind of passion that puts posters on walls and dreams in garages. The kind of passion that drives channels like this. So drop your comments below. What do you think? Is the 2026 Ford F-104X4 worth the ticket? Would you daily it, garage it, or maybe just dream about it until one shows up at Barrett-Jackson with your name on the plaque? Either way, you know the drill. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and keep riding with us here on Car Hub, where we don't just drive the future, we restore the legends. Peace out, stay legendary.